Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome back into the Brunswick Automart Arena. Shaker Heights taking on a Great Lakes Hockey League rival in the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. Now, the Warriors come in hosts of the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. This tournament right here, it's only a 4-team tournament. We just saw the other two teams take on each other a couple moments ago, as it was Menor and Rocky River. They tied 2-2 in that first game. That the puck drop was at 1:20. Then this game just got set moments ago. As you saw, Walsh Jesuit, for some reason, coming out a lot earlier, almost 10 minutes earlier to get the extra warm-ups in. Shaker just coming out a couple of minutes ago out here in their all-red look. Now, Shaker has already taken on Walsh Jesuit. That was their very first game of the season, so it was a long time ago, November 15th. Shaker was able to put up a good fight at the very beginning. They only lost that first period 1-0, but that's when we started to see the second periods start to form a negative thinking in the Shaker Heights hockey squad. They lost the second period 3-0, and that really was able to build Walsh Jesuit's lead up to 4, and no goals were scored in the third. So Walsh Jesuit, with 4 different goal scorers, won the game 4-0, and now they look forward to another good game against the Red Raiders. The Red Raiders taking on Walsh Jesuit here, then they're going to be taking on Rocky River next in tomorrow's game. After that, we will have Shaker versus Menor. And so here's the difference between this tournament and others. We're not going to find a St. Ed's. We're not going to find a university school. So every single team in this tournament, of course, again, it's only 4 teams, but every team in this tournament understands that they can win this tournament and they can walk away with a championship. And that's because Shaker, ranked number 25, they are the last in the state rankings compared to all the 4 teams in the tournament, but they have been on the up and up. As we saw in the Padua Holiday Tournament, they tied Olentangy Liberty, who is also one of the best teams in the state. Shaker looking for that kind of success against some lesser, quote-unquote, teams, and we'll see how they do. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the play-by-play, calling the first game of the Greg Shupe Memorial. Walsh Jesuit, one of those Great Lakes Hockey League members. They're one of the more likely of the GLHL to win the Cleveland Cup this year, especially with the departure of University School. But Gilmore Academy, also one of those tougher teams. I believe they're sitting at number 9 in the state rankings. That's just above Olentangy Liberty, who tied Shaker only, what was that, 6 days ago. So here's the thing with Shaker. Their hockey squad started out the season with a different look of a first line in Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan, and Joey Moore. And they stopped that to try and diversify the talent between lines. But, and we saw this from Olentangy Liberty, that first line needed to stay put, because that has been what seems like all the scoring over these past games have come out of Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan, and a lot of assists are coming from Joey Moore, who's being really smart, being really selfless, and sharing the puck with his teammates to create better plays. 15 minutes up on the clock. You can see Shaker Heights getting set. We have Michael Better starting in the crease today. He should be starting for all 3 games of the Greg Shupe Memorial. And again, the forwards going to be Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan, Joey Moore. On defense to start us out, it's going to be Cole Richard and Andy Benincasa. So this is actually the very first 5 we saw at the beginning of the season against this team in Walsh Jesuit. The puck is dropped. Shaker's going to win this back and immediately dump it down. As they're icing? No, it's waved off. 14:50 to go in this first period of play. Richard looking for a tip from a shot at the point. Joey Moore was the man on the tip, but it only sent it wide. Walsh Jesuit going to try and clear it quickly. Cole Richard keeps it in to Connor Mayhew, trying to go across the crease to find Joey Moore, but it's just out of his reach. But Richard able to keep it in for a moment. He gets hit a little bit up high. No penalty just yet. 14:20 to go in this first period. Andy Benincasa holds on, trying to slow it down behind the net of Michael Better. He'll pass this one up to Mayhew. Pass was just out of reach. A one-time shot was blocked, and this one dumped right back into the near side corner of the Red Raider defensive zone. Puck to Joey Moore's stick. Moore to Mayhew. Mayhew to Benincasa, who tries to clear it down, but Walsh Jesuit slaps this one back into the Shaker defending zone. This pass, he was looking to go all the way up to Juan, one of the quicksters on this Shaker Heights squad. That shot goes wide. Lenahan off the boards. The last forward from the first line out there. Right now a bad clearing attempt, and Walsh Jesuit goes on the attack once more, and they score. Defensive lapses once more. Already 2 defensive turnovers for Shaker, and Walsh Jesuit takes an early lead, only less than a minute and a half into the game. Again, defensive turnovers. Hasn't changed across the holiday. Arth now joining. He's my puck in the net pick. Cameraman has decided to go with Lowell Rich, and the 2 student man, Connor Mayhew, Charlotte Juan, went with Isaac Lazar. And so now we're still going to look for one of those goals. We kind of made it a not official agreement that we're not always going to try and pick a Ryan Lenahan or a Connor Mayhew. Maya, however, did decide to go with Mayhew today. Here's a 2-on-2 rush developing. Colin Arth dumps this one in, pressured by Keegan Sprang, pass into the slot, though it's intercepted by Walsh. Can't clear the zone just yet as Braden White takes the shot to the left of the net. The shot goes wide right now. On defense, it's White and it's Hannah. The forwards right now, Isaac Lazar, Sebi Juan, and Colin Arth. Keep in mind, Ryan Kilt's out once again. And once again, it's because he's out of state. And here, Colin Arth tripped up as he almost got a breakaway chance going the other way. And so it's going to be touched up by Walsh. We're going to get Shaker's first look at the power play. Now, when they played Walsh Jesuit last, they did go 0 for 4 in the power play, and that has kind of continued over these past couple of games. Against Upper Arlington, they went 0 for 3. They've really been struggling on the man advantage, though, of course, they're not giving up too many shorthanded chances. It's still just, it's your finest opportunity to pop one into the back of the net, and Shaker just hasn't been able to use it the way you would think they're hoping to. Here's Richard on a shot from the point, looking for the tip out in front on the screen. Was Andy Benincasa, but the puck didn't even reach his stick. Now here's Connor Mayhew as he takes a tumble down to the ice, kind of sets up an easy maneuver for Walsh Jesuit to take it and dump it down. 100 seconds left to go on the penalty of Walsh Jesuit. It was by Zabinski. Here's a shot by Lenahan. He was looking to go 5-hole using the stick. It's sent up and in to the glass. First shot on goal for the Red Raiders. Let's see if Shaker can build a couple more. Lenahan goes cross ice, looking for Richard. Richard took a moment. He regrouped as the puck was passed a little awkwardly, so he regrouped, put it back on his stick the way he wanted it, took the shot, but by that point, it was Josh Ellenberger already very much in position. Ellenberger, a senior goaltender that Walsh Jesuit is definitely going to miss after this season. Moore trying to beat Dalton, but Michael Better just exiting out of his crease to make the play on the puck and get it down. Connor Mayhew wasn't looking at the puck, as that would have been a great chance on the attack. Shaker playing really slow right now, and we'll see what they can do now. Mayhew goes cross ice, poked away from him. Walsh Jesuit takes it back. And it looks like they're going to try to clear it once again. Not yet, actually. But here, off the glass, down the ice, past Cam Mayhew in the neutral zone. And he's going to be the first man there to try and win this back. Puck under the body right now of number 15, Jimmy O'Toole. But Shaker pokes it away from their blue line up to the neutral zone. Benincasa continues to work it forward. Now he's up against Sprang, defenseman against defenseman. Behind the net, Lenahan battling for the puck possession. He can't get it. Here's a bad turnover from Walsh Jesuit. Shaker trying to get a shot. It's all bunched up right in front of the crease, and Walsh Jesuit takes the opportunity to try and clear, but Cam Mayhew flies into the point, pokes it right back behind the net. Here's a pass up in front. It was from Lowell Rich. Good opportunity that time. It'll go down the ice, however, as Walsh clears it. And on the attack, here comes Cam Mayhew, the defenseman, trying to split two defensemen on the other side of the ice. Wasn't able to really make the play happen. Walsh Jesuit taking it back. And on the clearing attempt, will they save it from the blue line? They can. It just went over as Arth took it back in. It's going to be an offsides on the Red Raiders face-off at the Walsh Jesuit blue line. 10-10 left to go in this first period. Walsh up by 1. It's only 1-0. Brokaw out there now on the wing with Axel Schneider, Arth joining. And on defense, it's McGinnis and Richard. Here's Schneider off the tie-up on the face-off. Pass right to a defenseman in Keegan Sprang. Walsh trying to clear it away, but good pressure by Arth to make the pass go awry. Now back behind the net of Ellenberger. Shaker with a centering feed over to Arth. Arth can't take the shot. This one's tipped up and into the air by his alternate captain Ellenberger. Typically, you're not going to see a goaltender wear a captain C, but you're also not typically going to see an alternate A either, especially not at the high school level, especially not at the professional level. Here's Walsh Jesuit taking it off the draw. It's Heckman, poked away. The alternate captain flips this one on net. Michael Better snags it out of the air. It will go as a shot on goal, though very low percentage, and so 9:39 to go in the first period. Score remains 1-0. First line of offense comes back out. On defense, Richard and McGinnis remain. Lenahan taking the face-off. Try to win this one against Andrew Holcomb, and that's a guy that we need to watch. Right now, battling for the puck possession on the near side corner. Shaker was able to poke it out of their zone, out to Buczak. A freshman on defense, who Joey Moore is able to poke it away from, trying to get that turnover, but Walsh Jesuit able to connect on these passes. They send it right back into the Red Raiders zone, and a bad turnover once again, pass into the slot. Save made by Michael Better, rebound opportunity, snagged up by Michael Better once more. Dangerous opportunity once again created by the Walsh offense, but the good thing is that this first line of Warriors coming off the ice. Face off, one over by Walsh. The shot blocked. Joey Moore works it up to Lenahan, and Shaker going to try and brew an attack. Lenahan tried to drop it back to Connor Mayhew. Couldn't find him. Cam Mayhew takes it to the red line of center ice, dumps it down. Will they rule it an icing? No, it's waved off. 9 minutes to go in this first period. Shaker down by 1. Walsh trying to clear it. Good stick extension by Joey Moore. Here's a pass into the slot. Lenahan with it, a little bit held up as he was looking for the 5-hole shot. He was able to get it out, but the save made once again. First line of offense hops off. Second line comes out. Schneider, Arth, Juan making up the second line of forwards. On defense right now, it's Ersepke and Benincasa. And that pass intercepted by Pulley. Walsh takes it back. Here's O'Toole, bumped off the play. Good physical work by number 14, the captain of the Red Raiders, Andy Benincasa, putting in a lot of good effort. Here, Axel Schneider sends it up into the air, and off the glass, it enters into the Walsh defensive zone. Battle for puck possession. Schneider trying to fish it away. He'll try to end it back around to Benincasa. He thought there was some open ice there for Benincasa to roam, but immediately intercepted. Walsh takes it back. Here it's Zabinski. Pass intercepted by Benincasa. Dumps it out. Back into the Walsh zone. Less than 8 minutes to go in this first period. Shaker down by 1. And keep in mind, it's a period-by-period point tournament, meaning that each period won is a point that goes to your standings, and the result is 2 points. If you win, you get 2 points. If you tie, each team gets 1. And so we'll say right now, if the result of this first period holds, Walsh Jesuit would get the first period point. Here's Elliott Hanna swooping in, looking for the shot. Instead, he gets it over to Rich. Rich took the shot right at the tip of the crease, and the save was made. Walsh back on the rush. It's a 2-on-2. Though back checking was Aiden Salmon, and good work by Shaker to get the puck back. Here's Lowell Rich, runs right into a man. Puck taken back by Walsh. This one's gonna go on net. Michael Better gonna cover up for the face-off in his own zone. Just about 7 minutes to go in this first period of play. Shaker down 1-0 on a goal that came less than 90 seconds into this first period. First line forwards back out. Lenahan to take this face-off against number 21, Kale Zurakowski. And Zurakowski loses this one over to Lenahan. Lenahan gets it back to his defense. White up to Moore. Moore goes to the center for Lenahan. Lenahan just going to skate it in himself. He's just going to dump it in. Picking it up are the Warriors, and it looks like they've got a lot of open ice to try and clear it away. Joey Moore trying to intercept it, but instead it's going to go to Lenahan. Lenahan pass over to Moore as Moore's taken down to the ice. Kind of a clear cross check, but no call. Wasn't playing the puck whatsoever, but again, oh well. Braden White takes this shot. Using the stick was Josh Ellenberger once again. He uses the stick, sends it up and into the netting. Once again, we're getting the coaching of Matt Bartley back, and that means a lot of shorter shifts for these players and not as much ice time for the first line guys. We'll see how it pans out today against Walsh. This shot blocked, tipped off the skate of Vaughn Sprinsel. Vaughn Sprinsel, one of those junior forwards for Walsh, and Shaker almost with a wacky opportunity that would have been quite fluky. This shot from Richard off the point, off of a stick. And here's an opportunity. Arth rips the shot. It goes wide. Juan trying to get it back into the center slot. Can't find any. Can't really get the pass away. Axel Schneider pressuring for the turnover. Juan trying to get it back on net. Arth now with it. This is a good shift out of the second line forwards, but Walsh able to clear it off and out to the red line of center ice. Arth has it. Pass immediately intercepted by Pulley, but this pass intercepted by Richard. He's on the rush. Cole Richard backtracks over to the slot, finds Brokaw. Brokaw's pass intercepted. Keep in mind, Brokaw or Sepke, and I believe maybe Lazar. Actually, excuse me, I don't think Lazar, but Brokaw and Orsepke actually played the JV game earlier today for the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. They do have a JV tournament as well as they have a varsity one. Here's Brokaw looking for a shot on goal, and a decent shot it was, but a save made. Puck once again flies up and into the netting. We're going to get a face-off in the Walsh zone. So first line forwards back out. But yeah, I believe the Shaker JV squad won their game 6-2 against Menor. Apparently the JV squad is really one to watch this year. From what I've heard from a lot of the coaches, a lot of the players, it's just a very, very fun team to just see take the ice. This pass into the slot, he was looking for Joey Moore. It was much out of his reach. And now out comes Andrew Holcomb, one of the dangerous guys for the Warriors. Out to Bookzak, and a good save made by Better. Mayhew finds Lenahan as he skates it out from his blue line. He's looking to Moore, and it'll be tipped, but back to Moore. He's going to take the shot. Ellenberger on the save as the shot really right at his chest. 4:43 to go in this first period. And again, quick shifts is what we're seeing out of head coach Matt Bartley. He was out for the majority of that Padua Holiday tournament, but now he's back, and he's making sure his team doesn't wear out. Here's a shot, that time from Juan. It'll go wide. Braden White picks it up in front of the point, wraps it back around where it came from. Arth battling for the puck possession. Axel Schneider tries to join in, but it's too late as Walsh clears it out from their blue line. Less than 4.5 minutes to go in this first period of play. Braden White battling for the puck possession against a man in the corner. Now up to Colin Arth. Arth trying to work around Zabinski. Joined by Schneider. Shaker gets it back, keeps it in. Indeed they do. Just barely inside of the zone, narrowly missing an offsides. Not sure how. I believe it was the Walsh fans screaming for an offsides. Here's Juan on the attack. He'll take the shot, goes wide to the right side. Arth picks it up. but it's immediately turned over. It's a 1-on-3 rush. Walsh shouldn't be able to get this. The shot is tipped, and it'll be saved wide. Richard, the defenseman, banks it off the glass. Down the ice it goes. Icing should be waved off. No. Thought it was touched up by Jonathan Heckman, but the refs say no, but they also didn't say it was offsides a couple moments ago. So at what point do you just kind of shrug your shoulders? 3:38 to go in the first period. Lowell Rich to take this face-off. And it looks like now Rich is going to be thrown out for Isaac Lazar. Lazar almost win this face-off back on the tie-up. The shot made, a good save by Better, sends it up and into the backboard netting. Shaker still down 1-0 here at the Brunswick Automart Arena. Here we are for the first game of the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament, a tournament that includes these two teams, of course. They're a shot right off the draw. My goodness, Michael Better had to react quickly to that one, though it was just about right at him. But yeah, these two teams and the only other two teams, Rocky River and Menor, all of which are teams that should have the faith that they can win this tournament. All are teams that have proven they can beat every other team in this tournament. Here's Joey Moore passing to the slot. He was looking for Mayhew, guy that we know can make some nifty moves. Here's Lenahan trying to find Mayhew, goes past him. Benincasa rips the shot. The save made by Ellenberger once more. A lot of shots on goal for Shaker right now. They're leading at 11-7. They won the shots on goal when they last played them on November 15th for the very first game of the season. Shaker beat them in shots on goal 20-17 and shots attempted 29-18. Another thing, they actually won the faceoffs 30-22. Just weren't able to tally any past Josh Ellenberger, and this is why Ellenberger is consistently seen as one of the best GLHL goaltenders, if not the best. Here, Michael Better trying to save this one as it was poked on net. Almost ended up as an own goal as Richard tried to make the safe play, but it ended up being a little bit more dangerous. Here's Benincasa back over to the near side boards. He'll dump this one down. Walsh Jesuit not going to touch up, but icing is waved off as they definitely had the chance to do so. Lenahan with a good turnover on the near side, attacking corner boards. Lenahan pass into the slot. He was trying to find Mayhew, but it just got past him. Here on defense, it's McGinnis and Hanna, an interesting pairing we haven't seen a whole lot yet. Here's Pulley on a rush all by his lonesome. The shot from out wide, save made by Michael Better once more with the left glove. 2:06 remaining in this first period. Shaker still down 1-0. Arth to take the face-off to the near side, face-off dot. He's up against, actually I'm not sure who he's against. He's up against Holcomb. So that means their first line of forwards out right now for the Warriors, and we'll see what they can get done. Right now, second line out for Shaker. Schneider, Arth, and Juan, the three forwards, and on defense, McGinnis and Hanna. So not a whole lot of experience. Nothing but sophomores out there right now. And so to throw out 5 sophomores against one of the better lines in the GLHL is really a dangerous move by head coach Matt Bartley, but right now they're holding their own, just not clearing it out just yet. Less than 90 seconds to go in this first period. Zubinski was looking like he was set up at the point, but the pass doesn't go to him. Shaker clears this one all the way down off the glass. It should be a icing call, and indeed we get the hand raise and the whistle from the referee. Third line forwards come out. Rich to take the face off. On defense, we get Mayhew, Cam Mayhew that is, and Braden White. Shaker down 1. Face off, tied up. There's a shot and good save. Bit of a last second save by Michael Better. Came in at the last moment. Right now, White battles for the puck possession. The big man gets the puck Over to his forwards. Max Brokaw skating it. Tried to go blue line to blue line. Not a lot of open ice in front of him. And so now Rich comes in. Does a little bit of a twirl as he's bumped off the play. Puck goes to the defensive side of the Warriors. They're going to try to hold on for these last 40 seconds to what is a 1-goal lead. This one flies up and into the glass. White takes it back. And this is going to be offsides on the Warriors. First line forwards back out for the final 30 seconds of the first period. And we'll see if Shaker can take tie this one up at 1 apiece before this first intermission. This one won all the way down the ice. First man there was going to be Connor Mayhew until Ellenberger got out of his crease and cleared it away. Here's a good rush starting for O'Toole. O'Toole to center it over, and this one almost off the skate of Richard, but now he's going to cover up. 11 seconds left to go. Almost a dangerous rush that time. Shaker right now has 5 defensive turnovers, which have led to 5 shots and that 1 goal you see up on the board. They've continued to hurt Shaker, not on that specific play, but here almost a great chance. Mayhew going to clear it off into the neutral zone. Walsh sends it right back in. Mayhew holds on, gets it up to Lenahan. Lenahan back to Mayhew. They know that this period is just about over. They let the time expire, and there we go. 1-0. Walsh Jesuit leading after your first frame of 15 minutes, and we'll see a good second performance. We'll be back for the call on the second period of play. 1-0, Walsh Warriors. And we're back to it for the start of the second period. Shaker Heights down by a goal to the Walsh Jesuit Warriors, one of those Great Lakes Hockey League rivals. But this is not a Great Lakes Hockey League game. This game will not matter towards the GLHL standings. It will only matter towards the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. That's where we are right now. Game one of Shaker's run in the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker and Walsh Jesuit, the second game. The first game was between Menor and Rocky River, where they tied 2. Except, however, Menor actually did get 3 points out of it, while Rocky River only got 2. Reasoning behind it is because Rocky River was able to move on track to get it right back, as they are going to try to fight. Line of offense to start us off for the Red Raiders. So Walsh will win it back, however. And Shaker needs to regroup back in their own zone. Benincasa to Schneider. Schneider tried to center it over to Arth, who was skating up out of the zone. But Walsh still has it for the moment as they wrap it around the boards. Finding it is Benincasa. Benincasa continues to keep the puck going around the boards. And now it looks like there's going to be a penalty against Walsh Jesuit, as there is a man down in the form of Colin Arth, as I believe it was a hit actually behind the play. Wasn't what the penalty was for. It's going to be Jonathan Heckman, number 4, headed to the box for 2 minutes. They called it roughing, and we'll see how Arth bounces back. And Shaker on their second power play opportunity. They're 0 for 1 already today. As we mentioned, power play for Shaker, a big topic of conversation and a big thing that needs to change. Better pass it to the corner. Passes it to center over here and cleared. Moore has it behind the net of Better. Pressured by Jagger Dalton, one of the forwards of the Warriors. And now skating it out is Richard. Richard has Mayhew wide open to the near side boards. Mayhew's going to take the shot, and it just went wide. Not honestly a terrible shot, but just couldn't find it. Had that been a couple inches down and to the left, would have found its way into the corner. Lenahan skating this one up. The big man drops it back to the quick man and Connor Mayhew. Mayhew tripped up for a moment, gets it back. Lenahan, the captain, out to the point. Benincasa's set up. He'll take the shot, and the tip by Mayhew, and it finds its way to the back of the net. Connor Mayhew on the goal, which means Maya Mayan got puck in the net. And already we're tied up. It's 1-1 between the Red Raiders and the Warriors. Shout out the student manager, Maya Mayan, for the correct puck in the net pick. Of course, it was kind of the easier puck in the net pick, but at the same time, we're not going to discredit. So now we see out there, actually, looks like they're trying out Cam Mayhew as a forward right now, because he's out there as one of the wingers. And on defense, it's Braden White and Teddy. Interesting look that we haven't really seen before, but here comes Cam Mayhew on the rush forward. Gonna try and follow the success of his brother just a couple moments ago. Aiden Salmon gives this back off to Rich. Rich back to Salmon. Salmon trying to shoot this one. And into the slot now, Cam Mayhew. The shot, it'll be tipped and clear its way all the way down. The shot came off of O'Toole's leg and somehow ended up right by the side of Michael Better. Here's a blast from the blue line. Easy blocker save, it seems. The shot coming from number 24, Van Teegum of the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. Here's Braden White up against Vaughn Sprinsel, 11 against 11. Braden White going to eventually get this out to his Raiders. Salmon taken down as he was going to try to continue the journey out. Shaker trying to get the puck back and clear it away. But right now, they're really struggling to do so. Rich and White fighting for the puck, but still. Here it's with Eni. Eni blocked on the pass. There it's poked away. But my goodness, Shaker struggling. And you can hear the coaches yelling, ice it. This one off the skate of Ryan Lenahan, who just hopped off the bench. Could be a little bit lucky to avoid the too many men on the ice penalty, but it looks like the placement just came out as his man hopped off. Here's a shot that goes wide to the left. 11:40 left to go in the second period. Here's Lenahan skating it up the far side boards. He's got Connor Mayhew open, and now it turns into a breakaway. Takes the shot, and a great save by Ellenberger. Great stuff from Ryan Lenahan looking for the assist. Connor Mayhew, great opportunity to rush to what almost was a breakaway goal. Moore creating the turnover to Benincasa, but Walsh clears this one down the ice, and it will go as an icing. A great opportunity that time for the Red Raiders to tack on their first lead of the game. Just not able to yet. And 1-1 remains your tied deficit, or I guess lack of a deficit. Brokaw taking this face-off in the attacking zone for the Red Raiders. However, Keegan Sprang of Walsh Jesuit takes it up. Great pass up to Jagger Dalton, almost creating a breakaway opportunity if he had just split those two defensemen. Richard and Benincasa right now on defense. Juan, Brokaw, and Schneider, the two on offense, as it seems Arth more than likely is still a little bit banged up. This one poked off the glass, down out to Sprang. Sprang passes it up to a delayed offsides where Schneider takes it, takes the shot from the point, and a good blocker save. Juan, the first man there to the near side boards, to Max Brokaw. Brokaw takes the shot and a glove save. Made it look easy. It was Josh Ellenberger, one of the GLHL's best. And right now, the offensive turnovers, actually Walsh Jesuit has 3. No, Shaker has 3. Shaker defensive turnovers and is now up to 3, almost allowed a couple more goals. Sorry, confused by the stat man behind the camera. And this one cleared off the glass, down the ice. The icing is waved off. Not actually really sure why. Okay. Cam Mayhew back behind the net. He's working on defense this time around, and Shaker touches up. Are they going to call Cam Mayhew for a hold? Yes, they will. Or no? No. They called O'Toole on the penalty. Jimmy O'Toole, a senior forward of Walsh, called on hold back on the power play. Right now, they're 1 for 2, 1 for 1, as they got the goal in this second period. They're 1 for 1 in the second period. 10:13 to go in this second period. It's a tied game at 1-1. We'll see what Lenahan can do as he drops down to take the face-off up against Andrew Holcomb. Holcomb wins it over to his winger, tries to clear it down. Great work by Richard to snatch it out of the air and keep it in for the moment, but now a secondary clearing attempt clears all the way back behind the net of Michael Better. Richard behind the net, scoops up the puck to his stick, and oh, yikes. Almost some really bad passing that time. Almost led to a great Walsh opportunity the other way, but here, as the rush did not get off to a great start, they were able to clear it down. Not sure why the power play time isn't changing. It's still up at 2 minutes on the scoreboard, but who knows? This one off the near side glass. Walsh clears it back to Michael Better, who exits out of his crease and into the trapezoid. He leaves it to Cole Richard. Richard up, finds Lenahan. Lenahan's got Mayhew open cross ice. Won't elect take the shot. He decided to take the shot. He had the man wide open to the near side, but he takes the shot. It'll go off the stick of Josh Ellenberger and creep its way past the crease and into the back of the net. 9:14 to go in this second period. Shaker up 2-1 now. They entered in down by a goal, but quickly, less than 6 minutes into this middle frame, yeah, they're up. Ellenberger might be kicking himself after that one because he had the opportunity to make the save, and again, it hit off of his stick. He just didn't have the right angle to make the save, and it just hit off. Right now, Walsh Jesuit winning the face-off 6-5. We'll see if Shaker can try to get that changed up, or excuse me, 6-5, 6-1. They're leading it by 5 is what I meant to say. We'll see if Lowell Rich can finally win one for Shaker. And right now they're going to throw out the Warrior Vaughn Sprinzel from the dot. This might give Shaker an opportunity on the face-off win. But no, maybe not. Oh, Shaker did take it off the tie-up. Less than 9 minutes to go here in this second frame. Rich fighting for the puck possession. Cam Mayhew with a shot. Honestly, not a half-bad shot. And they blow it dead. It looks like it just got a tip of the netting. Just barely. 8:50 to go in the second. Referee talking to the wingers, reminding them their distance. It's faced off won by Walsh as they try to clear it, and eventually they're going to as the loose puck taken over in the high slot. Here's Keegan Sprang. Sprang taking it behind the net of Ellenberger. Schneider flies in, makes the poke, keeps Walsh back in their own zone. Walsh trying to avoid a turnover there. Schneider trying to lay the boom on the far side corner boards. But here comes Vaughn Sprinzel. Sprinzel skating it up the near side, bumped off the play by Cam Mayhew, and Mayhew's going to get to the puck first as it wrapped its way around. Now Cam Mayhew taken down to the ice. Spring trying to lay the body on Juan. Neither called for a penalty. This pass up to Schneider. Schneider holds on to the puck, clears it down to the red line of center ice. And here's a couple of different hits to the neutral zone, though nothing called just yet. And here's the thing, as a referee, you got to keep in mind that these teams do know each other and they're going to play a rivalry type of game. That's what you want out of these two teams. Again, maybe not if you're the referee, but you got to understand. That's why they never let University School and Shaker play unless it's for the rivalry. It's because you need the refs to be ready for that kind of game, because you know it's going to be physical, of course. This no U.S. Shaker game. This is a Walsh Jesuit and Shaker. They're a big collision up against the boards as it was Keegan Sprang taking a hit into the corner and shouldn't have been a penalty. And it doesn't look like it's going to be. He collided into the boards by his own, and so we're going to wait for the athletic trainer to make his way out. We're going to step aside with 7:23 left to go in the second period. Shaker up by a goal. Keegan Sprang, the man down for Walsh Jesuit. So Keegan Sprang, the junior defenseman of the Walsh Jesuit Warriors, able to get up on his own and able to skate off to the bench. Luckily, he seems to be all right, but he's going to take more than likely a couple extra minutes on the bench before coming back out. Right now, puck right between the skates of the referee. He needs to get out of the way, and eventually he will. This shot goes wide to the left side of Michael Better's net. And here's Cole Richard. Clears it off the glass, down the ice. Will this go on net? No, just wide. And so it'll be an icing on the Red Raiders. Richard, Benincasa, the two on defense. The forward three, well, it's that first line. You've heard their three names over and over from me. So I'm going to assume you know who's out there. Linehan to take the face-off, though, up against Andrew Holcomb. And he wins it over to Cole Richard. Richard tied up behind the net right now by Holcomb, who's pressuring Richard. Going to barely able to get it off his stick. And now here's Bookzak into the slot for Jagger Dalton, and the shot couldn't get off his stick from the slot. And now here's a shot. It'll go high up above the crossbar of Michael Better's net. Mayhew this one away. Lenahan able to get back to the puck, center it over to Moore, and it almost landed 5-hole. But Ellenberger just able to make the save. 6:15 to go in this second period. Benincasa back to Mayhew. Mayhew unable to keep the puck on his stick, and now Benincasa pressuring Holcomb to try and get the puck back. And honestly, great work by Benincasa. And now the puck loosened out to Connor Mayhew. Tries to work around one defenseman in the form of Van Teegem. Can't really do so effectively. Benincasa to Lenahan. Lenahan to the near side corner. Finds Moore. Takes the one-time shot. And the tip from Connor Mayhew as he tried to redirect it on net. Instead, no can do. It ended up wide. 5:40 to go in this second period. And Cam Mayhew out on defense. And Shaker with an opportunity to catch him on a bad shift change. But they really didn't take the chance. Here's Lenahan trying to pass it back behind him. Can't really do much as there were too many Warriors surrounding the area. Mayhew hopped off. The one forward out there with Lenahan and Moore is Aiden Salmon. Except now it looks like Lenahan and Moore with an opportunity to hop off. Here's Lenahan still out there with Schneider and Salmon. Here's a shot that goes wide. Schneider tries to clear it away. Can't just yet at the blue line. White to Schneider. Schneider trying to clear it down. Honestly, Shaker would be a much, much more complete team if they were just able to get it out of their zone when they need to. Didn't go for the extra play. They just took the chance to try and clear the zone. And right now, here comes Lenahan on a one-on-one. Becomes a one-on-two. As he takes the shot off the stick, it'll bounce right on to the referee. And Lenahan finally going to take that hop off from the ice. 4:25 left to go in this second period. Salmon, Schneider, Rich, the three forwards right now. Here's Schneider picking up the puck on the far side's face-off circle. There's a shot attempt by Hannah. Secondary chance to Salmon, though both shots hit by sticks of the Warriors. Now to the neutral zone. McGinnis takes it, plays it a bit aggressive. And there, a bad pass. Gets to Isaac Lazar. Lazar on the breakaway. Almost a great opportunity. Here's Juan. Juan trying to make the deke move. And now Walsh clears it down. Almost a great opportunity for Charlotte Juan to get her puck in the net pick, but unfortunately not the case. Great chance. Great breakaway. Good awareness from Isaac Lazar to get there right to the puck. He recognized that that was not a good pass to be made. He got right in there and almost was able to tack on their third goal, these Red Raiders. Lazar, Brokaw, and Juan right now, the forward three. This just ends up wide to the net. Good work by Juan. Gets it out to Brokaw. Brokaw to Benincasa, who wraps it back around. Keegan Sprang, who is back out there after being down for a minute. He's back out there. And right now he's got the puck on his stick as he tries to clear it away. But Sebi Juan pressuring. And now he pokes it away behind the net, joined by Lazar. Here a turnover to Brokaw, held up for a minute, no call. Benincasa keeps with it. Good work by Shaker to keep the pressure going. And the shot on net, Ellenberger, however, making the save. That was a good shift out of that Shaker line of Lazar, Brokaw, and Juan. Not a typical combination that we see, but to see them all out there and make some plays like that, creating some good offensive zone turnovers, that's something we can get used to. But here to the opposite side corner, Walsh going to win this faceoff from Ryan Lenahan, and it looks like they're going to skate it out of their zone. We haven't seen that side of the ice for a while as Van Teegem takes it down, takes the shot, and the glove save made by Michael Better. Less than 3 minutes to go in this second period of play. Shaker winning it 2-1 for the moment. Lenahan taking the face-off up against Andrew Holcomb. Both first lines are out there. They're a good clear by Benincasa, just sent it wide of the net. Icing is whistled. Mayhew, Lenahan, and Moore, the forward three. On defense, Richard and Benincasa. We can assume this will be their second to last shift. As Richard takes this off the one face-off. Good work by Lenahan, and they try to clear it down. Mayhew, however, tied up, and now it's 3 Raiders against 2 Warriors who come out of it. It's going to be the Warriors somehow, but that shot blocked by Lenahan, and now Mayhew tripped up as Lenahan moves this forward to a 2-on-1. Here he comes, and on the shot, it just goes wide. Richard with the chance as he pokes this one over to Moore. Moore to Mayhew. He takes the shot right at the crest of the jersey. Good opportunity that time for Shaker, but just not able to tap one in. Two minutes, 22 seconds left to go in this second period of play. Shaker now 2 for 2 on the period, looking to go 3 for 3 on the power play, and 3 for 4 on the game if they can. We'll see what Lenahan can do quickly out of this face-off. And right now, already they send him out of the dot. Not exactly sure why. Oh, it looks like he had an equipment issue that the referee said no. It wasn't acceptable, I suppose. And now face-off is won by Shaker. But Walsh with an opportunity to clear it away. It was Dylan Bookzak, that freshman, making the penalty happen against the Warriors. Shaker playing a very disciplined game. They haven't been on the disadvantage at all just yet. Here's Benincasa struggling against Jonathan Heckman, and Lowell Rich back there in that far side corner as well. Now back to Benincasa. Benincasa behind the net finds Mayhew. Mayhew look to go for a centering feed. Nobody home. And this one down the ice on a clear. Coming off the ice, Benincasa on Rich. Coming out is going to be White and Lenahan. Here's Mayhew lightly floating this one up to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan skates it to the near side corner. Nifty little move against Van Teegem. He was looking to center it himself on the shot, but no can do. Here's a pass cross ice to the near side once more. And Moore gives it over on a wraparound. Eventually, Braden White with good physical effort going to get the puck back. Good stuff from White. He's had some good shifts early on. Here's a centering feed. He was looking to Lenahan on that Mayhew-Lenahan connection once again. They can't find it here. And now Lenahan from the red line of center ice, skating it out. Just able to keep the puck on his stick. Good work. Now to Mayhew. Shooting lane closes up quickly. Gets it back out. Lenahan takes the shot. The glove save made by the alternate captain, number 31, Josh Ellenberger, keeping it a 2-1 score. About 20 seconds left on the power play, we believe. Again, not sure why, but the penalty time on the scoreboard remains at 2 minutes. And now Rich out there to take the face-off with power play line number 2. Juan Snyder, the other 2 forwards, the defensemen, White and Cam Mayhew. Off the glass. Puck ends up between the skates of Rich as he slammed into the boards. Fans wanted a boarding. They don't get one. This shot tipped up and into the netting. And already they're going to send back out that first line of forwards. Shaker still on the man advantage for a few more seconds. They believe it to be around 7 seconds if you're trusting of my cameraman. We'll see. Lenahan drops in to take the face off against Holcomb. Holcomb wins it back, clears it immediately out to Richard. The red line of center ice. He's going to handle it and give it off to Joey Moore. He'll rip the shot on a big slap shot. It, however, did go wide. And Walsh trying to take the chance to clear, but Benincasa wins the race to the puck, pokes it away for Moore to take in the near side corner boards. Here a pass into the slot, and it actually went on net. The puck was very much loose. 3 seconds left to go in that second period of play. Who's the extra attacker to come out? Well, it's going to be Lowell Rich joining that first line of forwards and first line of defense. So they've got 6. Net is empty. 3 seconds left to go. What are the odds? They are going to take the shot. 1 second left to go. And it looks like, what do they rule it? They can't call that. That was definitely after time. That was most definitely after the time had expired. Walsh celebrating for the moment. That was most definitely after the time. And it looks like the referee's shaking their heads right now, waiting for the verdict. No goal, they call it, and that will conclude the second period of play. Holcomb pleading his case, but the referees, as we know well, rarely going to change their mind. And again, we're not going to have replay review. And the Walsh coach is yelling at their players to hop off the ice. So, almost a dangerous move by the coaches to clear Michael Better out of the crease. Ended up almost as a tying goal. We're actually looking at the replay ourselves, and you can't really tell from our replay at least. But Shaker leaves this second period up by 1, entered it down by 1, and so we're going to see what Shaker can do to try and close this out with a big starting tournament victory. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Shaker winning the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Game 1 against Walsh Jesuit through the first 30 minutes. It's 2-1. Hello, Shaker Heights Varsity hockey fans. Welcome back in to the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. We're here for the third and final frame of Shaker Heights versus Walsh Jesuit. Shaker right now up by a goal. It's 2-1 with the Red Raiders leading. They entered in to the second period down by one. They left it up by one. And so now, right now, the total of points gives each team 1 point for each period that they won. The thing is, Shaker just won their period by 1 goal more. And so here's a pass to center it over to Joey Moore. He can't find it. And Walsh Jesuit's going to be able to clear it. Right now, Jagger Dalton pressured by Andy Benincasa to leave the puck alone, and Benincasa's going to win that physical battle. There, a good pass up to Joey Moore. He's got one man up against him, and it was Jonathan Heckman who pressured the shot, and it went wide. 14.5 left to go in the game. Here's a pass to center it over to Connor Mayhew. He was looking for his second of the game. Right now, goals coming from Lenahan and Mayhew, of course. That's how it's gone for the last few games. They have just continued to pile on the scoring. And right now, this one poked up. Moore can win the race there, but just a great last-second poke by Jagger Dalton. This pass up to the captain, Andrew Holcomb, and the save made by the blocker of Michael Better. And behind that, Cam Mayhew battling for the puck possession. He's up against one Warrior, but it's Holcomb who gets it back. Holcomb to Heckman. Heckman pressured by Moore. Moore leaves it to Arth. Arth creates a 2-on-1 the other way. Taking the shot, and a save made. And at the point, it's kept in by Schneider. Schneider somehow gets it back to Juan as it was poked away by Vaughn Sprinsel. And now here's a shot by Cam Mayhew. A harsh shot. That just went wide, it seems. And now O'Toole, who hopped off on his change. He's creating the rush to the near side boards, where Benincasa is able to poke it away and get it over to his co-defenseman, Richard. Richard on the backhand, try to move it up to Juan. The quick forward, and there, a good glove save. Shot made from the face-off circle. Better making the good glove save up above his head. 13:06 to go in the third and final period. Here's your stats for the second period as we get some changes before the face-off. Shaker winning shots attempted, 35-26. Shots on goal, 23-15. And in specific, that second period, they tripled them up, 12-4 in shots on goal in that second period. And we'll see if Shaker can continue to lay on the good numbers in the third and final period when they need to close it out. Benincasa off the backhand tries to move it forward to Aiden Salmon. Salmon can't really keep the momentum of the puck going forward. Right now, the forwards are Rich, Salmon, and Brokaw. On defense, Benincasa and Richard remain. Face-offs right now favor Walsh Jesuit as they won that second period 11-7 and are winning the entirety 21-19 through those second period. And right now here creates a 2-on-1 rush. Lowell Rich working with Max Brokaw. Rich to center it over to Brokaw. Brokaw takes the shot into the far side post, and it'll sneak its way just past Josh Ellenberger for goal number 3. The freshman tacking on goal number 2. His first goal coming from Bowling Green. This second goal coming in the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Pardon our cameraman. He would like to apologize. I did nothing wrong. It was... Apparently, he claims that he missed it, and if that is indeed the case, we all apologize, but just know it was his fault. Heckman to center it over to Holcomb. Holcomb leads it to Dalton. Dalton pressured away by Benincasa and Lenahan, able to get it back to Richard. This defensive pairing has been out there for a while, but Richard still with a lot of energy left in him as he banks it off the boards, try to skate up to it, to find it back on his stick, but instead Holcomb was able to take it away. And now Walsh Jesuit back to the far side boards. Pass to center it over to Bookzak, but the freshman unable to get the shot off his stick. 11.5 to go in this third period. Shaker now up by 2. And now a hand pass going to be ruled by Walsh. Jesuit face-off should go all the way back into their own side of the ice. And actually, they don't move it to the opposite side of the ice. They just take it out from their blue line. And now we'll see what happens here as Walsh won it and try to set something up in their attacking area. 11 minutes to go. Looks like they're going to call a penalty on Shaker as Ellenberger is to the bench for the extra attacker. Here's a chance on the shot, and a good save made by Better. Better over to Schneider, and Schneider hit right into the boards. And we'll see if they call the boarding as well. They should, but I don't believe they're going to. They're only going to be calling Shaker, even though the Raiders yelling for their penalty, and they're not going to get it. Bartley and the assistant coaches yelling that should be a penalty as well, but the referees didn't rule it. And 2 minutes up to the scoreboard for Cam Mayhew to sit in the sin bin. Face-off controlled by Shaker. Mayhew trying to take it out from their blue line. Instead, he tried to go for the nifty move, and it created an opportunity the other way. Here's a shot for Walsh Jesuit. That's tipped, and it'll clear the zone. And a half to go in the game. Walsh down by 2. Van Teegem taking it to the near side. He's bumped off the play. Good physical effort by Cole Richard, and now Connor Mayhew skating it up to his own blue line, and now he'll dump it down. Will he hop off? It looks like he's going to. Yes, indeed. Lenahan remains out there with Benincasa and Richard. The new forward, Sebi Juan. Juan pressuring Heckman to let the puck go, and this rebound given up, though Heckman couldn't get there. Walsh Jesuit going to take it back as it's Andrew Holcomb behind the net on Walsh Jesuit's first power play. The pass goes wide from the stick of Jagger Dalton. And this one handled by Ellenberger, though it's turned over right into Shaker possession. Can they keep possession? Yes, they can, as Juan continues to move it forward. But eventually, too many Warriors, and it's going to be given up. But great work by Juan to kill off plenty more time on the man disadvantage. Here's Van Teegem, and it looks like it's just offsides. My goodness. Only 33 seconds to go in the penalty. The forward's going to be O'Toole, Sprinsel, and Pulley, so that's the second line of forwards. Playing it back is Zabinski and Sprang. Keep in mind, Sprang could be a little bit slow as he was hit, or actually he wasn't even hit. He just ran kind of into the boards and went down for an extended amount of time. This shot, easy save by Better. Better with McGinnis, able to clear down. Ellenberger leaves this one to the corner as Arth almost able to get as Ellenberger slid it across the boards. Had Arth pick that up, it very well could have been a empty net type of goal as Ellenberger was way out of position. But here, the shot, easy glove save by Better once again. At least he's making it look easy. And now we're back to even strength as Cam Mayhew makes his way out and back to the bench. First line's back out for the Red Raiders as it's going to be Lenahan to take the face off, winning it back to Richard. Richard on the backhand to Benincasa. Benincasa held up for a moment. And O'Toole able to get the turnover. Pass to the front of the crease, but Shaker takes it back. Richard held up by Pulley. Good work by Benincasa. Flies in. Makes the turnover right back to the stick of the Red Raiders. 8.5 to go in the third and final period. Richard to Mayhew. Shaker will not clear it. And here's a chance for Walsh Jesuit taking the shot. It created another great opportunity. This wrap around the boards hit the referee. Now Lenahan getting it back on the near side face-off dot. He'll skate it out. Just go past the red line of center ice and dump it down. Ellenberger leaves it in his trapezoid behind the net. Giving it over to number 23, Zabinski. Turnover once again between the red line of center ice and the Walsh Jesuit blue line, where Lenahan has control. He'll force it over to Moore. Moore back to Lenahan. Lenahan takes the percentage shot. The blocker save is made, maybe a pad save. White and Cam Mayhew, the two on defense. Mayhew gets it to his brother Connor. Connor up Braden White. White takes the blast and a good save made. Not a bad shot from Braden White, but again, when you're up against Ellenberger, one of the best, it's going to be difficult. Now Connor Mayhew try to make the deke move. Sets up a chance for Bucksack, looking for Holcomb. Would have been a great chance with a wide open net as Michael Better was focused on the man passing it. Keegan sprang with it at the point. Walsh Jesuit in control of the puck, that this one flies up and over the netting and very much out of play. Already 5 defensive zone turnovers from Shaker in the period compared to the 6 in their last.
Like a Ziploc bag or no?
Less than 7 minutes to go in this third period. Shaker tries to clear it out, just kept in, just barely, along the blue line. And so it's Walsh trying to set up back on the attack. Dalton clears it out, finds Van Teegen, and on the shot it goes wide. A couple of guys tied up along the blue line. It was Cole Richard and Dalton. Here's a shot that would have went wide, but the glove snag by Michael Better. Good stuff. And right now they're going to run off some clock because it looks like they didn't start it early enough. So now they stop it. And 6:48 to go. Face off. Handled by Holcomb, looking on the shot, and a good block. Maybe it went wide as a Warrior takes a tumble into the corner boards. Referees typically can call that a tripping, but that time they didn't. Van Teegen behind the net of Ellenberger. Walsh able to clear it off the backhand, as right now it's Lloyd up against Benincasa. Lloyd pressured by the big man to get it out into the far side corner. Around the boards, they're looking for Aiden Salmon to keep it moving out of their zone. Unfortunately not able to, as Lloyd back with it. Pass over to Dominic Eney. He goes awry, and their good work to clear it away. Here comes Eney, trying to work his way in. Big hit from Benincasa. Now this can set up a chance the other way. Juan's the guy with speed. He's working against Keegan Sprang, but he can't just win the race. Just beating him out was Sprang on defense. Good back check by a better forecheck by Juan. So now Juan going to continue to try to get it set up in the offensive side of the ice. Here comes Max Brokaw right off the bench. He's fresh, and he's able to get it out to Schneider. Schneider with an opportunity. Tripped up as he takes the shot, and it looks like it's going to be a power play for the Red Raiders. 5:22 left to go in the third period. Jonathan Heckman, the alternate captain on defense, the man serving time in the box for 2. And that's going to kill off a lot of time that they could have had for a great opportunity there from Mayhew, that they could have had to try and even it up at 3 apiece. Here's Lenahan with it. Lenahan from the near side corner, try to tip it maybe off of a leg in front of the crease, but he couldn't find the angle he needed as it went wide. Lenahan back to the point. He finds Connor Mayhew. Mayhew back Lenahan. Lenahan can't keep the puck on his stick. Moore gets it back, trying to find Benincasa. The puck's still loose, and it'll just be poked out from the blue line. Not sure who got the stick on it, but regardless, Mayhew's with it in the Red Raiders side of the ice. Pass off the glass. Goes through the 5-hole of O'Toole and back into the Shaker zone. They're going to settle it down. It's Connor Mayhew hanging on for a moment, waiting for his players to get moving, and he finds Cole Richard. Skates it past the far side blue line, boards. He'll take the shot. It's still loose, just out from the crease. Connor Mayhew back with it, rips it once more. It's loose out in front of the crease, Joey Moore picks it up on the backhand. Cole Richard takes a shot at it. It's tipped by a leg and goes wide. Moore to Richard. Richard back to Moore along the near side boards. He'll work it around off the backhand to Benincasa. Benincasa's pass immediately intercepted by Sprang. And out goes the puck. Sprang on the rush forward. He's working against Connor Mayhew, and that's a really difficult thing to do, is work around Connor Mayhew. He gets it back, and Shaker getting a couple of changes, though it looks like they're sticking with Moore and Lenahan for the time being, though Moore hopping off as he gives this one to Lenahan. Lovely deke move. He'll try to find the 5-hole shot, but a great save made by Ellenberger. Some of the GLHL's finest right there at forward and between the pipes, and unfortunately that time, Lenahan just not able to beat one of the best goaltenders. And time now has expired on Heckman's tripping minor. He's off to the bench as Better saves this one, covers it up for the face-off in his own zone. 3-1, Shaker still on top. Though right now, they're going to need to hang on. So right now, based on the way points go, Walsh Jesuit might end up pulling their goaltender. And it would make sense to at least try and save half of a point for this third and final period. This one played with a high stick, and the shot went wide either way, so oh well, but face-off will then move all the way back. We'll see where they put it this time. They're going to put it all the way back to the Walsh side of the ice. Just about 3 minutes to go in the game. Rich out there to take the face-off. Juan and Arth on the wings. On defense, Richard and Benincasa, who they're probably going to have out there for a lot of these final couple of moments. There, Richard pressuring to get the puck back in Red Raider possession. Here comes Rich. Rich maybe looking for the shot, but instead it's tipped into the far side corner boards of the attacking zone. Walsh trying to clear it. Rich says no, tries to get it back. And Arth going to help out the Red Raiders, and there, no penalty called as he was tripped up. Walsh going to go back on the attack. And this time it's Andrew Holcomb. Holcomb drops it off. Dalton with Holcomb trying to center it, but Richard able to get the puck back. And he'll clear it out to the red line of center ice. Now all the way back, we find Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan skating it behind the net of Better. Lenahan still working with it. He's up against Andrew Holcomb as the rest of the first line is out as well. Moore was already out there. Mayhew hopping on. And on defense, Cam Mayhew and Braden White. Moore in the near side corner boards. Flips this one up. He's looking for Lenahan. He can't find it. Right now, Sprinsel and Pulley playing catch on their side of the ice. Here's Joey Moore creating a 2-on-1 the other way. He'll leave it to Mayhew. Mayhew tried to go back to Moore. Lenahan swoops in, but once again, the save is made. White flips this one up and in to Walsh territory, and it should be an icing on the Red Raiders. Less than 100 seconds to go in this third and final period. How many points are we going to get then? Are we going to get 4? Yeah, 2 periods. Now it seems a timeout to be taken by Walsh Jesuit, but we're going to stick with you here at the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament Game 1. Walsh taking the timeout. They might pull their goalie, which would make sense considering the point-by-point period layout of this Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Again, to reiterate that for you, each period win will give you a point towards your standings. If you lose, you don't get any point, and that goes for each 3 periods. And then the result means 2 points for your team. So that means 5 points up for grabs. Right now it's looking like Shaker can win 4. Walsh is looking like they are going to walk away with 1, and that would mean that they would be last in their own host tournament. That's not what they're looking for to start them off. And keep in mind, if Shaker can get this victory, that would be huge going into the next couple of games, because this is one of the highest ranked teams. This is the highest ranked team in the tournament. And Shaker is beating him by 2 goals right now. It's 3-1, the Red Raiders lead, as the timeout has expired, and Michael Better comes back to his crease, and the rest of his squad follows suit. They send out the 5 most proven Red Raiders, which means Lenahan, Moore, and Mayhew on offense, Richard, Ben, and Casa on defense. The net is empty for Walsh Jesuit at 6v5. Mayhew tries to send it down the ice, just kept in at the point. Good work by Keegan Sprang. Under 90 seconds to go. Jagger Dalton over to Andrew Holcomb. The centering feed almost went off of Ryan Lenahan. Now Lenahan looks to center it over and take the shot. Here's a pass across the slot. And not sure if that was a save or if it went wide, but regardless, it's not in the back of the net. It's still 3-1. 70 seconds to go. Lenahan battling for the puck possession along the far side corner boards. Mayhew fishes it out, tries to clear it. It's just kept in by the skate of Keegan Sprang. Ripping the shot, goes off the stick of Moore. Moore tries to poke it away. Mayhew tries to poke it away. Warriors keeping in just a bit longer. They're looking for the extra half point if they can find it. Across the crease, here's the shot. Better making an incredible save. He sprawled out in his crease. This one cleared down. And we'll see who will win the race there. It'll be Joey Moore, but regardless, an icing on the Red Raiders. So everyone take a little bit of a breather. 38 seconds to go in this third and final period. Shaker winning 3-1. It's looking good for the Red Raiders. They're all patting Better on the back right now. Their surprising move here, taking off the first line of offense, sending out the second line. We'll see what this means. Here, Walsh in their first line of offense, still pressuring to find goal number 2. There, the save made by Better once more. 28 seconds to go. It's looking good for the Red Raiders right now. Face off, one back to Jonathan Heckman. The shot goes to the stick of Salmon. He'll go off the boards. He's looking for the net, and it'll just go wide to the left. Salmon was looking for his first goal of the 24-25 campaign. He isn't able to find it there. First line forwards back out for Shaker. On defense, Richard and Ben and Casa still out there. 20 seconds to go in this third period. Shaker up by 2. Up 1-0 here in this third period, which means an extra point for them to go to the standings. Right now, here's a shot from Sprang. Tipped and it goes wide. 15 seconds to go. Richard looking to clear it down. Heckman just keeping it in. Takes the shot. It'll hit off of his own man, Holcomb. Opportunity for Mayhew to clear it down, and with the help of Lenahan, it will make its way into the far side corner. And they're going to call that one an icing. Not really sure how. Lenahan definitely touched up past the red line, but icing nonetheless with 2.5 seconds to go in the third period. Don't let this discourage you. Shaker's looking just fine. Lenahan ties up Holcomb on the face-off. The shot gets off too late, and Shaker comes away with the victory. 3-1 the win for your Red Raiders in Game 1 of the Walsh Jesuit Memorial Tournament. The Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament Game 1, and out of all of the first games, Shaker is going to be leading the standings, as it's going to be Shaker with 4 points, Menor with 3, Rocky River with 2, and then Walsh Jesuit down there after Game 1 at 1 singular point. Let's hit you with the stats before we hop off here from the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Shaker Heights wins this one by a final of 3-1, and they're going to walk away with 4 points towards the standings. They won the shots attempted 48-42. A lot of shots attempted. The puck was going just about everywhere in that game, but the shots on goal, typically the stat that matters a little bit more. Shaker won that 31-26. Michael Better saving 25 shots, only letting 1 slip in, and that was in the very first 100 seconds of the game. He was able I suppose Walsh Jesuit was able to sneak one just by Michael Better, but after that it was all Shaker in the second period, and Shaker also was able to pop one in the third when Walsh could not. And Walsh did win one stat, and it was the face-offs, 31-24, but Shaker, again, bested them on the power play. They went 2 for 5 when Walsh Jesuit only had one opportunity, and they were not able to capitalize. Again, the big issues for Shaker Heights has been the defensive turnovers, but not a lot of them really proved costly. It was only that first one that came in that first period that ended up giving Walsh a 1-0 lead and ended up leading to Walsh Jesuit winning the first period, but that's all that they won. Shaker won the second and third period, so they got 2 points there, and because they won the game as a whole, they got 2 more. So 4 points, Shaker leading the standings through the first day of the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker will move on tomorrow to take on Rocky River, a team that Shaker has really struggled against every single time they play them, and we'll see what Shaker can do this time around as they take on what seems to be a rival at this point. These two teams have played each other all the time, and Shaker just seems to have a mental block. We'll see if they can figure it out tomorrow. Shaker Heights wins this one 3-1. Shaker taking on Rocky River tomorrow morning.